Hey, what's poppin' with y'all Real 16 TV? It's cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time we're reacting to Adam on meeting AD and being over the internal office drama. This is obviously on No Jumper Clips. We're gonna start the screen recording in 3, 2, 1. Video playing
Go back
now.
to pre-pandemic. So 2019.
I ain't gonna lie, this whole AD might be leaving No Jumper shit is fucking me up. It's kind of crazy.
We already knew we were ending
not
the
like
store thing. There's
a big chunk of it, but it's just crazy.
Store at some point, but the store thing was kind of ending, and that was a big part of the identity of No Jumper. Is that it's the store.
It could pull up on Melrose.
Exactly, and you know, like crazy shit was happening. Like you just have motherfuckers posting up, playing guitar.
Oh God! So what I was gonna say with that is, because I just said something that sounded kind of crazy, but what I mean with 80 wasn't a huge part of No Jumper is that we originally know No Jumper as Adam's crazy ass, the store, all of this shit coming, and then the fact that he started placing rappers and stuff on there and stuff like that. As of like the last 2 years, a bigger important chunk of No Jumper has been the host and the people that he's added to the group. Well, originally in all the years that he was doing it, he didn't necessarily have all of them be a part. It already had like a huge fan base of you know what I'm saying? Maybe some corny, maybe just kids that wasn't really, you know, SoundCloud kids, man. I'm stuttering like a motherfucker, but SoundCloud kids basically. It wasn't necessarily like hard rap, LA rap style fans, and it wasn't big LA at first. It was big like everywhere.
The guy
at
ran
first.
down on me, and the gun was a huge thing, and then the guy shows up the next day with a gun, and it was just. Think about how crazy that transformation was for me. Where I went from 2017, I was able to be in front of that store just chilling on some regular shit, and nobody would stop. Once in a blue moon, somebody would stop, take a photo with me, whatever, because of the interviews and stuff. But for the most part, I could just hang out, and it was all good. But then by 2019, it's like I gotta have fucking security. It's like I gotta have the homies with guns near me and shit. Like that just changed so much. And so we got another spot. We had another office that we were using throughout a large part of 2019, that some people will remember. And then coming into 2020, it's like the world kind of shuts down. And it all of a sudden becomes a lot harder for us to do our normal bread and butter of just cranking out interviews, right? And also, like, anybody who really pays attention to rap will be able to tell you that, like, 2019 or 2020 was not 2016 or 2017.
No.
2016, 2017.
2016 and 2017 seemed like shit was skyrocketing.
Flow of new, exciting rappers that people were dying to see me have conversations with, you know? And, like, going into 2019... we're still getting some good interviews and stuff around that time, but it's also occurring to me, like, I can't focus my whole business on just interviewing rappers because it's not consistent enough. And there's all kinds of weird shit happening. You know, you can't control
sometimes
that.
You
want to talk to a certain rapper.
out.
Sometimes they got a friend who don't like
I ain't gonna lie, I'm low level with this shit, and even I know that. Like, sometimes it's hard to get another interview. There's a lot of people around that are possible for interviews and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes you need something that's consistent, that be flowing, so I react a lot, you know what I mean? It's just part of the process.
Or they want them to go do this other thing. When I started doing interviews...
But I still interview for anybody that's watching this,
like,
you know
hardly anyone doing interviews with underground rappers. I felt like I was barely competing with anyone at that time, because you would have some radio stations and stuff, but radio stations were like totally checked out on the underground.
On that niche.
Vlad, I saw Vlad acknowledge the other day that, like, me coming in the game like that was partially due to the fact that Vlad didn't really pick up on what was happening with the SoundCloud shit until it was a little bit too late, you know. And now Vlad is somebody who's probably a lot more open to interviewing a new up and coming rapper, where he wasn't necessarily thinking about that in 2016 or whatever. So, you know, we're going into the pandemic. We got to figure out something to do. And AD was someone we had already done a meeting with about working together, right? We had even done like a little
so also what I meant earlier too is that when I said it wasn't LA based, I meant like the SoundCloud rappers was literally from everywhere. XXXTentacion and Smoke Perp, I don't want to say his name wrong, but those ones were the original like people I remember. And then it was like AZ Chikes, the Ruchis, you know what I'm saying, the Draco, the Rulers. It was just anybody that was up and coming. They were the SoundCloud space people, Maxo Cream. It wasn't a strictly LA based channel until as of recent.
Thing, him and this fucking random girl. It was not great because him and her were just awkward on camera. It was kind of weird. But
I can't leave
you know,
them out.
we decided when we got, because okay, so going into the pandemic, we got an offer to start a Snapchat news show, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I need somebody to talk to. AD seems like he would be a pretty good fit. I'm gonna fucking holler at him. And so then all of a sudden, 2-3 days a week, me and AD are in the office doing the news together. So that's really like what we got started on. We weren't necessarily even going to do a podcast together or anything. It was just the news.
Right.
And so he's like super green to it because he just has never really done the podcaster thing. It was the news, but you know. So meanwhile, we don't really have anything fucking going on. We have interviews here and there, but it's the pandemic, so it's like super terrible in that regard. And then over time, we start building a better relationship and you know doing stuff on camera, but over time, it also started to feel like the more people that I brought in, the more drama it was creating. And it's like a lot of people have the idea that the drama makes me a lot of money. And that is really like not how this works. You know, like if I look at our analytics right now, yesterday was probably one of the most dramatic, craziest fucking days in the history of No Jumper. And our analytics barely fucking budged. You know, it's like that shit. It's more like it's good content and it's a good amount of views for other people. It's not necessarily us. The Milk 7-4s of the world, they will get some views up talking about some shit that happened on here. You know, but for us, like, our catalog is like, we're going to do like 500,000 views like every day on YouTube based on just our back catalog, you know? Like, us introducing fucking all this drama and stuff barely fucking moves the needle for us. Like, it's not something where I want this shit to happen. It's not like I'm motivated for it to happen. Really, like, my goal for No Jumper is I just want to create a cast of people that I can talk to, that I can do different episodes with, and that other, you know, like in a perfect world, that we'd be able to create other shows like it.
See, I would have said like, I would like to say like it's views or whatever. I say it's entertaining a lot of the times. There might be a time I might have said views. Most of the time I'm saying that the shit is entertaining. Now, do I believe that his back catalog probably brings the majority of his views? Yes, I do. But do I think that having new people initiate through seeing drama and then being like, all right, let me see what else he did, and then go, oh shit, G Perico, or oh shit, Rico Reckless, or oh shit, like somebody else that they just know is like up in the catalog or whatever. Yeah, I think that would help keep the other views coming in. It's a good way to get people to initiate in, regardless of
camera
what
and everything. And for the content to largely,
but I don't think he's doing it on purpose, and I think that's what he's trying to get at.
I don't really. Like for me at this point, my life is so different because when I talk about that beginning of the pandemic, I was broke. Like I was in debt because I had a previous business partner who really fucked me over and basically like over $1 million in terms of like leftover tax bill that I fucking had to deal with. So, you know, everybody probably was looking at me in 2020 like I had this dope business going on. In reality, it's like I was having to grind so fucking hard because I was digging myself out of a hole. And that's around the time the AD came around. And you know, soon after that, thanks to like various social networking stuff and getting better,
learned a lot about this man today. I ain't gonna lie.
We got to the point where the business was operating in a much better way. But I also like slowly just started to feel like I was kind of out of control, where it was just so much shit was happening, as well. And it wasn't necessary. Like, you know, like I'm sure everybody has seen where it's like this thing that I'm describing, where you could just kind of have good conversations here and then just move on and like, you know, go home and have our lives be kind of like separate from this. That slowly just started to seem like less and less of an actual opportunity. Oh, I thought it was Dino, his icon. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
That is wild.
I really thought it was him. I'm like, oh, this is awkward. I'm talking about Dino now. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm at a different place in my life where all this drama shit just seems so fucking.
I don't really feel like Duno is a part of the drama though.
And given like how yesterday played out, it's like I'm really just trying to think like, okay, how do I pivot this shit so that I can come in, make content, have conversations that I enjoy, and not have to fucking deal with just all this insanity that comes with it.
Yeah, it feels like it's the type of shit that you guys, everyone's taking home with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, you know, you think about the Flacco situation.
I ain't gonna lie, that is true. It seems like everybody, whatever goes on, they be more mad. And then you got AD and Fig Community, you know what I'm saying, that can, well, T-Rail, I'm gonna say his name, where they can go back and keep the conversations going at their own individual podcasts and keep themselves mad. Because instead of talking to the people that, you know what I'm saying, they worked everything out with, they're actually going to go talk to somebody else that might fester the hatred, because why the hell would they give a fuck about the other person you're talking to? You got to talk to people that care about both.
Or you know, some of these fights, it just, you know, even the rap battle shit, it was like, that shit kind of got personal. You know what I mean? Like,
it did. So for everybody to say, I'm tired of the internal drama and be a part of the internal drama, that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Or I'm tired of the problems, but then they don't help the problems neither. That's crazy as well. I don't know. It's crazy to see how No Jumper is flipping on his head, because it seemed like they were building up off this host thing and it was becoming like a powerful force. Shout out Sharp, because it seems like he has nothing to do with nothing right now. So he's just chilling. Go ahead and continue to like, subscribe, share, continue to fuck with me. I said because I had a cough. Bye.